The horror story, A Mysterious Trainrail in the Forest Animated, was brought to you by iistories.com, an online platform for short stories. During his vacation from a hard day's work, Tim went on a hike in the Crimson Forest and had lost his way. It was the same forest where his sister had went missing for 10 years. It all started when young Tim had lost his wallet somewhere and his sister had lent out all her pocket money to her friends at school, leaving her an empty wallet, and thus they had no money to take any transport and had no choice but to pass through the forest in order to go back home. Tim was able to return home safely, but his sister went missing and never returned. Tim kept running around in circles and the sky was getting darker. He became extremely worried. Then he noticed a train rail and found it quite strange because Tim had never heard of the government planning to set it up there. Crimson Forest was after all part of the Forest Conservation Program. Most probably it was an unused train rail that didn't belong in our times, Tim thought. He decided to follow the train rail, hoping that it would offer a way out. All of a sudden, big, glowing, monstrous eyes appeared and was getting bigger and bigger. Oh no, it was a train, and Tim found himself standing on its tracks. He had no time to escape, no time to avoid collision, and soon he blacked out. When Tim regained his consciousness, he found himself inside the train. The two passengers sitting opposite of him and the one sitting next to him were glaring at him, making him feel extremely uneasy. Tim took his seat and turned his attention to the window and was shocked to see trees walking. He even heard relentless howling of hungry wolves. Then an announcement came. To all newcomers, welcome aboard. You are about to be heading towards the realm of eternal darkness. Please sit back and relax and have a nice cup of coffee. In an instant, a cup of coffee appeared out of nowhere in front of him. The minute he took a sip, he spat. The coffee tastes like swamp water. Excuse me, but I've got to pee, said Tim to his newly acquainted traveling companions, who still hadn't let him leave their line of vision as he left. As he walked along the aisle, Tim could see many different faces of the passengers on board the train. Hollow-faced, rotten-faced, bloody-faced. Then a woman in red bumped into him. She had dropped her wallet. When Tim picked it up, she was gone. Tim opened the wallet, hoping to see an ID card so as to identify its owner, but the wallet was empty, except on what it seemed to be a blue ticket. A skull-faced person in uniform came from behind and told Tim, "Hey there, you must be extremely lucky fella." He took the ticket from Tim's hand and opened the cabin door in front of him. The opening of the cabin door gave out a strong, overwhelming white light that engulfed Tim. The next thing he knew, he was teleported in front of the entrance of the Crimson Forest in broad daylight. Tim's right hand was still holding the wallet, and when he took a closer look, he found the wallet extremely familiar. That's the end of the story. Please feel free to upload your stories to my website and get free reviews.